Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. All right, John C. McGinley. Well, I know what you were doing this weekend. Binge watching Luke Cage.
I was on the road coming here, and so I didn't have any kid responsibilities, so I just binged away.
I'm hoping people binge your new show, by the way. Congrats on Stan Against Evil.
Thank you.
Tell me about Stan.
Stan is a comedy hidden in a horror film, and the protagonist, me, Stan, is kind of Archie Bunker without the social graces. And so he's a guy who's the least well-equipped person in the history of cinema or TV to be able to battle witches. But he just wants to go back to his Barcalounger chair. So if this is what it's going to take, this is what we'll do. But I'm going back to my recliner.
You've always been the master of creating comedy without trying to be funny. It's great. Is that what we're going to get with Stan? Kind of like that Scrubsy feel to it?
100%. I think when the show is really cooking, it hopes to mimic the tone of An American Werewolf in London. So in other words, when the monsters are scary, they're scary as hell, and when it's funny, we're on top of it.
What are people?
And those are hard tones to traverse.
It is. How do you balance it? That was my next question.
I was one of the producers on it, so a lot of a focus on that tone in post. Because if you let it get away in post-production, you're dead.
You've been doing this for a long time. You've had many great roles. When you try to pick a role, what do you look for?
I don't pick the role, I pick the story. If there's a story that I think's engaging, then I can fit into it. But if the story sucks, I don't want to do it.
What's been your favorite character to play over all these years?
It's a tie. It's a three-way tie. 2 years ago, I got to do Dave Moss on Broadway and Glengarry Glen Ross with Al Pacino and Bobby Cannavale in a revival of the play that was a smash. I would put Dr. Cox up there, and Stan is now in that group because he's as damaged as those other two. And writers can really write damage and without making the character redundant, because writers are tortured and they can write damaged characters, and you want to play damaged characters.
What makes TV so good right now, man? It's like at an all-time high. What do you think it is right now that's making it so elite?
I think no films are getting made except for the big tentpole movies and the big superhero movies, which are great. But there's a new generation of writers who want their writing to be produced, and where it's going to get produced is on television.